like beating your head on a wall. Say no way, marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, 'cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh, never try marijuana, don't try it at all. It's a lie, it's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way, marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, 'cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. A lot of people think that marijuana isn't dangerous, but they're wrong. Because not only does it harm a person's body and mind, but it often leads users to try other, even more dangerous drugs. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh,
Oh, I forgot to add myself to my own stage. Hello, everybody. What does Steph the altar nerd say? Hey, up, everybody, everyone. Hey, up, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She says she's really cute. She reports on um, the Royals, in particular the the Harkles, the the B actress that married into the royal family, uh, the the dim one. His own mother said that he was dim. Jeez, I'd never say that about my kid. Well, unless they were dim. Well, no, but anyway, that's what she says. Hey up, hi up, hey up. I don't know. I need it spelled out to really say it right. I think sounding like a Southern Californian doing a bad British accent. Hey, everybody over in the chat. Thanks. Some people here. The troop is here. Um, the the gang, the squad, the hangout folks, people otherwise known as the board. Okay, Jonocide first up. Everybody's favorite little brother. Aren't you, John? Aren't you, John? Aren't you? Who's a good little brother? Who is it? Who is it? Yeah. First up, always thanks for popping in. You even pop in when you're busy. You just say, "Hey, up." Hey, I think I said it right. Okay, Eileen Ebony. Hi, sweetheart. How's your spring going? Oh boy, your cats have been out and Kingpin is back. Spring is springing away. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Right now it's what is it? It's 50. It's 68 degrees. It's 68 degrees. And it says haze, 68 degrees haze, not to be confused with partially cloudy or partially sunny. Still don't know the difference. Nobody's told me what the difference is between those two weather uh, conditions, descriptions. Mm. Anyway, it's 68 degrees haze at 12:06 p.m. on Sunday, April 13th. We're marching into spring, and I just can't. I am just so knocked out. It has been such a dismal, and probably doesn't even have anything to do with the weather or how cold it's been at night. Excuse me, and in the daytime too. But I don't know. I'm just, the sun's coming in my front window, and um, boy, I got all gassed up yesterday. You get kind of into this state of, oh, and Eileen, I don't know if I'll continue with the chat in a minute. I'm gonna ramble because I can. But I moved my furniture around. Once in a while, to change up how it looks, even with something in a different place, it changes up. How you view it, your attitude about it, your relationship with it. Um, so I started moving furniture around, and I have this old furniture. It's 40 years old. It's yeah, from 1985, 86, 45 years old. Anyway, it's quite old. It was pricey back when it was new, but it's lasted all this time. It's still my hand to whatever the fence post. It looks new. It's it and it's heavy. Man, um, so just to move my couch from one wall, and I moved my couch to be freestanding with the back of my couch toward my dining room, and it's now facing the window. But anyway, it took me all day to move my couch. I'd put my back against it. Okay, these aren't, can't have slippy shoes. Got to put the shoes that don't slip. And I put my back against it, and I shove here, and then I'd come and sit down and rest, and then I'd get up, and all this time I'm carrying on a conversation, messaging with Veronica May. Remember Agent Veronica? Veronica May? Agent Veronica. Super Sleuth. Remember? Yes. So we chat once in a while. So I was carrying on this conversation with her while I was moving my furniture, and during the messages to her, I'd go shove stuff around, and I come back and I remember more stuff I wanted to tell her, and I get back. So all day I was in this day-long conversation with Veronica May, and and shoving furniture around. And then at one point, when I was really making progress, I thought, God, I'm sailing through this now. I got my back against my couch, and I reached this certain point because I have this big throw rug. It just sailed. I can't, I not, I turned it around a corner, even though there was no corner because I was angling my couch differently. So sailing through, and I noticed that I scrabbled up the rug. Scrabbled up. That's a descriptive word. Scrabbled up. So I look, and the cheap carpet, but it matches my furniture. Got it online. Uh, it was all bunched up in front of my couch, and all sort of bunched up underneath. And then I couldn't move my couch anyway. Way. Couldn't move it forward, backward, side. Couldn't. I'm like, okay, well, I had this great idea. I had planned this in my head over and over again. Planned. And here so who comes to the rescue? George Jetson, my friendly neighbor, the Jetsons of Jetsons fame, my neighbors. Mr. Jetson came in, and uh, we hardly ever have been out in and out of each other's apartments around it. Yeah, because COVID hit, and sometimes I've been a real pig. I do my body, but anyway, so um, Mr. George Jetson, bless his heart, he has a bad back. He's my age. He's 78. He he was gonna be, he's an ex-fireman up in Alaska. He's a big ex-fireman. And so he comes in and he's gonna like move my couch, and then he says, "Oh boy, this is heavy." I said, "Yes, it is." I said, "It's very old too." He says, "Boy, this is some heavy furniture." I said, "Yeah," but he did wrestle with it, and he says, "Well, we got to move it this way to back it off the carpet, and then we'll flatten it out, and then we'll move." I said, "Okay, just it takes longer to tell me what you're going to do than to do it." So he did, and oh, he did it. So my sofa, and he even moved the sofa in the exact position centered. I'm anal about centering things. I don't let anybody hang my pictures for me. I got to do it myself because I use a level. And anyway, so he even moved to, okay, 4 more inches this way. Okay, 2 more inches. What? Just go a little. And so he did that. So anyway, that was done. And then I moved other things around. I have a place to put my plants. And that was the whole point of this because I'm growing things indoors. And I got seeds and shit. Um, and Eileen, I still haven't opened my Japanese white lilac seeds yet because you have to harden up, but you have to put them in the fridge. I don't know if I want to do all, but they give you a decent amount, you know. So far, none of the seeds I've ordered from Amazon have sprouted. I have had many failures, but boy, the definition of insanity, huh? But anyway, I've got these seeds. So anyway, I'm gonna have like this little greenhousey place I saved for my produce clamshell packaging, the clear ones that berries come in. You can make nifty little greenhouses to sprout seeds. I've got a couple of those. But anyway, so the thing, then I have two club chairs, the same color coordination as the sofa. So got one and like sailed through that. I said goodbye to Mr. Jetson, thanked him. He also brought me a pre-roll. You know, there's something to be said for good neighbors. So and then okay, down to the second chair. Move the chest that goes between them for the lamp. Move the and oh boy, this second chair, the final big move of the furniture, sailed this chair sort of around the corner and up against the wall, and I bunched up the goddamn carpet under this chair, and I don't know what to. I'm gonna call Mr. Jetson one last time. I've also gone through my toolbox. This is tool places. I'm gonna give him a bag of stuff I don't need. Oh, that's another thing. I found something in this one of these. But anyway, so I'm sitting here looking at. I got the corner of my carpet all bunched, rutched up, pleated underneath this chair. It too is a heavy son of a bitch, but not as heavy as this couch. This couch is what, 8 feet long and solid. Solid, hardwood. I don't know what it, but I have the specs from the 80s. I have this with fabric samples, and I should look it up. Then I'll report back to you guys. But anyway, I got this pleated carpet under this chair. I gotta call Mr. Jetson to come over and rescue me again. But it makes him feel good. He's an old guy and needs hearing aids now. Bless his heart. I can talk about him because they don't watch me. They know I do this, but they don't watch me because it's up to them. Mm, Boring as hell. Boring enough being my neighbor. So anyway, there you have it. But anyway, I've got oh, and something else. Here's another thing. Salt lamps. We all have at least one, I'm sure. M- m- Everybody here has a salt lamp, a Himalayan salt lamp. Yeah, I have two. I have two salt lamps, two of them. Yeah, and they take the little night light up inside of it, and all of my little night lighty things. I have one, two, three, four, five. I have five items that take these little nightlight bulbs, and try to find them where you don't have to buy, $17 worth of. I needed five. I needed five because one was still good. But anyway, I had salt lamps. I've had these salt lamps for years, at least at 15 years. I've had these salt lamps. Um, and you dust them because they attract dust. They get dust. But have you ever washed your salt lamp? Have you ever washed it? I mean, dunked it? I mean, put it under. Have you? I haven't ever until yesterday and the day before. These things are heavy. They are heavy. I think these are 8 pounders, 10 pounders. Heavy for me, damn. Um, but anyway, uh, they're pretty grody. Had little puffy dust thingies. So I took them off the base and took it to the kitchen sink and ran it under water and kind of like slicked it around with my hands, and of course, it makes your hands soft because that's s- salt. It's going to make your skin soft. But anyway, so I put it up on the counter to dry, and you know what? Running it underwater makes the surface shiny, and it's pretty. But it never occurred to me to. You guys are probably way ahead of me. You have always bathed your salt lamp. I never have. But I'm just so pleased with myself. So over 2 days, I wasn't going to do two in one day. So I rinsed off my salt lamps. I ordered from Amazon, got the little night light bulbs. Or come on, I got 5 bulbs. How much was it? 5 bulbs, a package of five. That's the least amount I could get. 5 bulbs for, I want to say, 7.95. It was stupid. They cost what, a 13 cents to manufacture, if that. Um, yeah, little kids in the family doing it, you don't even have to pay them. But anyway, so these 5 bulbs, they are white, opaque, white, in a presentation package, you guys. In a presentation package, it's in a box. You open the lid on this box, nice graphics. Packaging, you guys, come on, what a waste. Inside is a foam block, and inserted in these machined, perfectly sized holes, in these machined holes in this foam block, are my 5 little, used to be Christmas bulbs, that size, the old fashioned Christmas tree bulbs, way, way, way back. Yeah, nightlight bulbs. Presentation box, 5 of them, so I have one left. I'm gonna, I'm gonna keep it. It's out there in the kitchen, but yeah. Jesus. What is happening to the world and how did we get in this handbasket? So, but anyway, you know, where to put my salt lamps and now that they're clean and shiny and raring to go? Well, what shall I do? What shall I do? And I have all these tchotchkes, uh, and stuff. Okay, I was in this store. I was looking for stuff to give to Mr. Jetson for coming over here and straightening out my pleated carpet upcoming. So anyway, I looked in this, a couple of drawers, Sterlite plastic container things on wheels. It has 2 drawers. I keep tools in it, my hot glue guns, that kind of said drills, power drills. That kind of said wrenches, all kinds of extension cords. So anyway, I was rummaging around stuff I hadn't seen for years, and I found this bag. I found this bag. I brought it in here with me. I couldn't believe I found this. Oh, sorry for the noise. Anyway, it's a bag of little padlocks and little keys to go with them. Little on, yeah, I have an assortment. I have a small, legit, remember master locks? I think I have a little master lock. I have other master locks, but they're big. And there's a key to go with it. I have little tiny luggage padlocks with their little keys. Here's another sludge. This is TP brand, LP brand, with a set of three eeny weeny little keys. God, they're just so darn. And gosh, there's another little luggage, little cheap little luggage padlocks and keys. And here is like an old house key. And here are like old-fashioned looks like grandfather clock keys. But no, I have this Queen Anne secretary slash china cabinet. I'll bet it goes to that. Yeah, also, but isn't that boring as all get out, you guys? I found, oh, it's just so cute. A bag of I'm gonna lay them all out and take a picture and I'll send it out to whoever doesn't even give a shit. I'll harass you with my little tiny lock pictures. Oh, and another thing I did now that I have done this springtime furniture moving, I have I found my clapper. Anybody have a clapper? I have a clapper. I I, I thought I had more than one. No, I have one because you can set the clapper to do two different clap stages, like turn on one light with two claps, turn on a different light with three claps. I have a clapper. Clap on, clap off the clapper. I also have um, a couple of lamps and little things attached to a timer light because I like a light in my front window to come on at dusk and off about 11, 12. Talk about regular people know exactly, it's on a timer. If anybody's stalking me, you know what time I'm. But I got that set up. Man, I got out the lemon pledge furniture polish. I did. And I'm looking at this thing I haven't touched with that yet. My wood floor cleaning solution. Yeah, boy, I'm doing it up big. After you go many, many, many months of not feeling like doing much of anything, this is like, whoo. But this was all predicted by uh, our favorite astrologers, yours and mine. They might be different, but this is gonna, this month it's gone kaboom for a lot of people with energy and looking at things with new eyes and all that shit. So anyway, back. Oh, are you guys still here? Back to the chat. Okay, so I'm going over here to. Okay, Eileen showed up. I said, Renee, Mrs. John aside. Hi, Renee, sweetheart. Thanks for being here with the Mister. Are you both here? Are you both sitting up in there? You're both sitting. How's your new baby? You got a new baby, huh? Oh, I want, I do have a grand dog that I just love, 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 my grand dog. But I get to see her only like twice a year, maybe, maybe three times if I'm, but yeah, it's been since November since seen my grand dog. Yeah, Eileen, I don't know if John knows that we're all gathered together or if, I don't know, but I still, okay, so Eileen, you have thunder and lightning. Okay, at 3 minutes after 12, almost a half hour ago, you said it was thunder and lightning there, Eileen. Oh, Jasmine Emmerich Jasmine Emmerich. Holy tamale cheese and crackers. Welcome back, pal. It's been a long time. Thanks for being here, Jasmine Emmerich. Okay. We, when one of the times last we spoke, we there was a book and being publishing, and we were gonna talk, and that was God, that was a lifetime ago. Can we talk again, Jasmine Emmerich? Holy cow, sweetheart. Okay, so you happen to be sitting here staring into space. Oh, don't. Yeah, that's an old lady thing, Jasmine Emmerich staring at. Sometimes I'll even like have my teeth out. I'll sit and stare into space. It's sometimes one of the best things ever. Yeah, don't even know time is passing. It's okay to be old. It is. No. Okay, so Eileen says it's been sunny and fine. You saw a bee, says Eileen. Okay. Renee Mrs. Jonaside says you have good weather and hoping for this weekend. The kids and you are going to have this huge anime convention. No kidding. How fun. Oh, I'll bet you'll have a blast. An anime convention. Where is it located? And, hmm, because if, okay, because of where I live and where uh, I know a voiceover guy. Do any of like the anime like people show up? Like the heavy hitter people, the voices and the good artists and just is it that kind? Hmm. Oh, I was just showing you how big my dick was. I know a voiceover actor. You did Obi-Wan. Yeah, I have a pretty big dick. No. Okay, so I was scrolling down. You guys are greeting everybody. Okay, Eileen Ebony, your net keeps buffering. You can hear thunder and rain is heavy. Oh, lots of wildfires, so you need the rain. Yeah. Yeah, Renee, Mrs. Genocide says, lucky you live alone or you would drive people crazy. I can sort of walk the house with minimal lighting. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, but damn, even though I know my rug is pleated, I know it's there. I know it's there, and going back and forth, moving things, shoving little furniture pieces around. I tripped over it? Yes, tripped over it. I knew it was there. I tripped over it anyway and hit right into the wall. Uh, well, actually, my knuckles hit a picture that was on the wall. I thought, oh shit, this is like one of. I have like two actual pieces of art, two actual done by a real artist. One's a little bronze, and then this thing that's hanging on my wall was done by a sweet Muslim lady, and she's a sculptor. She's a clay. Anyway, it's a pomegranate. And this pomegranate is made from fired clay. The pomegranate has got jewels for seeds, and this pomegranate is mounted. Okay, there's a frame with glass. Okay, this pomegranate is mounted on the outside of the glass. Yeah, I got that for myself for my birthday. But yeah, she just happened to bring it with her when she was out and about, and I saw it, and and she told me that it was. $120, and I only had 100. And I asked her if she would just take 100 because that's all I had in my bank. And she said, yeah. And so happy birthday to me. Yeah, this pomegranate yeah, is glued to the outside of the glass, and inside the glass is like um looks like I don't know, Middle Eastern design wallpaper. It's the yeah, I have a picture of it in my Facebook because yeah, yeah, but I fell into that, tripped over the pleated rug and took a header. My knuckles hit, and I thought, oh God, don't break my one of two pieces of art. Mm, yeah. So, but anyway, so I will be calling Mr. Jetson to could he and it's cool. It always serves a dual purpose. Seeing either one of the Jetsons, well, mostly Mr. George Jetson, he takes my trash to the dumper, and all. And if I don't have it outside my door when he comes, he'll if he spots it in my kitchen, he'll point. He'll say, "You want me to take that out?" Sure. Bless his heart. So anyway, okay, so back over to the chat. So anyway, Jasmine Emmerich said, yeah, let's John Walkley, there you are, speak the devil. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm finally catching up to the chat. I so John, hi, thanks for being here, John. Okay, there's a quiz, and you know, if I don't, if I'm not there on the money with the quiz when it starts, if I'm not at the starting line, ready for the pistol to go off, like on your mark, get set. If I'm late seeing the announcement, or excuse me, if several hours have gone by or even a day, I don't do it because I don't like to do it late because everybody else is there first with the answers. And yeah, so I'm a spoil sport. I'll have the T-shirt. I am a spoil sport, but so I'm not participating in this week's quiz, John. I'm so sorry because I'm a spoil sport. So, but anybody else, if you don't mind jumping in there late, join John's weekly quiz. It's challenging, but it's okay if you Google. I Google a lot. Or if there's a picture, you do search this image on the web. It'll tell you what it is. It's okay to cheat. You're even invited to cheat. Just it's audience participation. It's engagement. It's the algorithm. It's good fun. It's good fun. Every bit as fun as Wordle. 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 But boy, once you get hooked on Wordle, then there are those other LA Times little mini games, the mini crossword, connections, strands, letterboxed, Sudoku. I won't touch because that's numbers, and numbers and me were not friends. Okay, so I am okay. Renee, Mrs. Jonaside says your mom had oak furniture when you were younger. It was yeah, right. Tables and yeah, it was solid wood. The frames on your chairs and but now you can like shove furniture around, no problem. Yeah. So whoever thought that I could pick up a 36-inch television with one hand? I can. These flat screen televisions are really lightweight. Before televisions were like furniture. Little screen, and this big cabinet also would have a stereo, record changer, sometimes a cassette player in there, and big ass speakers. Furniture. Yeah, big ass old furniture for your television. Now I can pick it up with one hand. Yeah. Okay, so I'm back over to the chat. Okay, so okay, the I'm scrolling down. Did the okay. John asks Renee, did the heavy furniture fall on you? John says, has anybody met anyone who's had their arm broken by a swan? No. Oh, wait. Eileen asks, does George know he's a Jetson? I wouldn't. Mine could be called worse. Um, I I had mentioned to Mrs. Jetson, Jane, I had mentioned to her, you know, I said, I talk about you guys on my channel. I said, I call you the Jetsons. And she says, oh, the Jetsons. I said, yeah, because you guys are so retro. You wear your little shirtwaist dresses every day. I think she wears pantyhose too. She wears Lance nightgowns to bed. It's a throwback. She's just she's yeah, the Jetsons. They're just very trendy for the 60s. They're just adorable. They're just adorable. Yeah. Skinny, both of them skinny, healthy as hell, But anyway, so um, Renee answers John, no, but I have a crooked tooth, and your sister bashed her head. Also, your mom had us move the furniture so she could vacuum. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, Eileen says, I call my neighbor Israeli Norman Bates, because he watches storms from his high window. Norman Bates. Okay, John says the Woolies beat the Spurs. Jerry is crushed. So that's a sports reference. John Walkley says, yeah. Huh. So I'm scrolling down. Yeah. Oh, Eileen, you bought replacement lights and yeah. Huh. I'm scrolling down. Okay, Eileen says you assume the salt will melt. Well, it takes a long damn time. In fact, it didn't. It didn't. It just uh, gave it this nice finish. I I probably lost some salt crystals down the drain, but the damn, that's 10 pounds of salt. It can dissolve a teeny bit at a time. Yeah, have you ever made Sol, Sol, Sol? It's a really dense salt water, and you can like put a teaspoon in your beverage, and there's your minerals for the day. Sol. It takes a long time. But anyway, it just made it really pretty and shiny. But there are still rough places, so it didn't take it down. It didn't get rid of all the rough places. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Can hardly wait till eventide to to light them up and see. Probably won't look any different, but yeah. So I'm scrolling down the chat. Um, yeah, the light from the salt lamp. Yeah, and my salt lamps here in the US, they have a rheostat on the cord. So it has a dimmer that, you can like have a very soft glow or a medium. It's a very smooth, you can dim it or brighten it. Both of my salt lamps come like that. So it's kind of cool. And now they're shiny. Okay, so I am my, oh, Monty started licking them. Yeah, yeah, like a salt block in the forest. That used to be a slur. Uh, she was so easy, she was like a salt lick in the forest. Yeah. So I am scrolling down. I'm scrolling down. Okay, Renee, Mrs. Johnson, you haven't heard a clapper. Yeah, clap on, clap off the clapper. I'm gonna I know exactly where it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna put something on the clapper. I have a floor lamp. I have I have a lamp without a shade. I've talked before. I've complained and griped before about how expensive lampshades are. You used to be able to get them for $1 at the Goodwill store, Salvation Army, Leroy Boys Home Thrift Store. But now, thrift stores are wising up, man. They jacked up their prices. But you go to Target, Walmart, used to be able to get them real cheap, but damn, they cost as much as a lamp. So I have one table lamp without a shade. I have a floor lamp, two more table lamps, a boudoir lamp, two boudoir lamps, boudoir, and yeah, and plenty of surfaces to put them on. But anyway, that's still like the trimmings after the big furniture move. Um, yeah. So anyway, okay. So um, Butsy Chicken Biddy has a statement, a commentary to make. Butsy Chicken Biddy. Uh, you're looking Butsy right there with the cool shades. Okay, so the the reference, my title and the thumbnail for today's stream. I just want to say something briefly about that. That uh, there's legit practice and then there's cosplay, and boy, there's a distinction. And if if you don't know enough about like someone's practice to, if you don't know the real scoop, at least have enough respect to leave it alone. I would, I don't think it's a good idea to screw with a serious something that might be serious to one group of people, one demographic. And I think it's bad juju to make mock, or what do you call it? Appropriate. Yeah, and it's Nathan a dirty boy? Whoever you might think Nathan might be, maybe, maybe. But the neat thing is that it backfires. Some and it can happen in slow motion, but that just draws out the enjoyment. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. I have something to say about buzzwords, buzz things, the things that I just have uh, niggle around in the back of my head. Uh, and I don't know why it's a desirable thing. It is not desirable. In my book, the mozzarella cheese sticks, you know what I'm talking about? Mozzarella cheese sticks. Every Italian or wannabe Italian restaurant has them. Even fast food places has mozzarella cheese sticks. And the thing about mozzarella cheese sticks, the big feature is something called the pull. The pull of a mozzarella cheese stick. That is a big deal. That's a selling feature. That is the high point of the experience of a mozzarella stick is the pull of the cheese. Now, what this means to me, folks, is the pull of that cheese means that that cheese is going to be in your mouth a chew fest. It's going to be chewy. It's going to be rubbery. It won't melt and dissolve like a heavenly cloud in your mouth. You're going to chew that mozzarella cheese pull, that string, when you bite the cheese and you can pull it, that's a cheese pull, that string, that rubbery, most desirable feature of a mozzarella stick is that pull. Not in my book. I hate it. Give me a nice triple cream brie that melts in your mouth. Give me a nice crumbly Stilton. Give me even a really good high quality Parmigiano Reggiano, a little wedge of that. Mm-mm-mm. Hard at the first bite, but then it just kind of dissolves in your mouth. You know, cheese bowl, mozzarella cheese bowl. It's bullshit. It's a selling point. I think it's. I don't find. I don't find that a desirable feature. Who cares if your cheese has a string to it from your mouth to your hand? Why is that such a big deal, you sheep? Okay, that's my rant. You know, there are other things I don't understand in the world, those buzz things, conversations about Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, cyber currency. I don't understand any of that. I don't want to understand any of it. I know people who do understand it, who's made it work for them. Yeah, you. I don't care. Yeah, don't don't give a shit. So I think that's all I wanted to say. I have not heard. Okay, I'm gonna scroll to see. Has anybody seen Prairie Queen? Okay, I'm scrolling down. Clap on, clap off. Okay. Oh, what about the Social Security cards? Wait, certificates. You ever had a fly land on your computer screen and your first reaction is just try it, scare it with the cursor? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, flies are sneaky. Okay, Jasmine, let's talk. Okay, let's talk. Can we talk? Honey Bunch, it's been a really long time. Let's talk. Maybe you and me and Prairie Queen, you want to gang up and talk like three old ladies? You want to? Are you up for it? Let's talk. Let's discuss. Okay, so I am. Okay, Renee, Mrs. Genocide, harking back to me showing my dick that I know a actor. A large number of voice actors are there, and artists are there. Is always a J-pop band. It always has masquerades, concert, and two. It's a big deal. It's one of those big deals. You know, you've got your small venues, and then you've got your big deal venues. Oh, how fun! Okay, okay. Um, James Arnold Taylor. If you see James Arnold Taylor, he doesn't know that I'm Robin. He knows me by who else I might be in real life. Never mind. But if you see James Arnold Taylor, tell him that you know somebody that knows him from the farmer's market. We way back, way back. You know, you'll meet people and you'll know them 25, 30 years just from the farmer's market. Yeah, and Trader Joe's. Lily Tomlin goes to my Trader Joe's, you guys. Yeah. Okay, so I'm okay, so that's am I done? Prairie Queen, you're there. How's your how's you I didn't even ask Prairie Queen about joining me today because your wonkiness with your internet. And I know you've been frustrated and stuff, so I just wanted to come on here and bitch and talk about uh, Nathan maybe being a dirty boy. Oh, so anyway, I'm scrolling down. Yeah, Renee, Miss Genocide, you remember flipping the furniture to clean under? Yes, your mom has OCD. Yeah. See? Yeah. Yeah, Eileen. Okay, so I- I'm scrolling down, scrolling down. Okay, John Walkley. Okay, here's the gotta have the token dad jokes. John Walkley says there are two sheep and a camel in front of a sheep, and two sheep and a okay, we've done this before, and I'm wrong. I'm not doing it anymore because that fried my brain the last time we did this, John. I am not gonna do it. I won't do it because I don't want my brain to fry. Hey, there's more furniture to move. And now I've got to take the wood cleaner, the wood floor cleaner, and because my floor is nasty. So I've vacuumed, I have dust mopped, and now I'm going to do the nice wood floor cleaner, and it's gonna smell so good. Yeah. So I'm funging my shui. You guys, and it feels so good after what a spirit lifter. Okay, I am going to. Okay, John says, what can a blind man see? A dead man hear? And if you eat it, you die. Oh, no. Oh, John Walker says, has anybody heard of Mickey Rourke? Yeah, he had unfortunate plastic surgery. Yeah. Okay, Renee, Mrs. Johnside, you are 50. Okay, you are, shit. You're 3 years younger than my youngest kid, Renee. Yeah, you baby. Okay, so I am. What can a blind man see if, yeah, okay, so, okay. Okay, Jasmine and Rick wants mozzarella sticks. You know what I like better is zucchini sticks with marinara sauce or ranch. I don't like mozzarella sticks because unless it's that really, really, really high quality mozzarella that doesn't have the pull, but that doesn't get big brownie bass points if it doesn't. Yeah. Oh, John Walkley said nothing. The answer to that is nothing. You smarty pants. Okay, John Walkley. If a dog's bark is worse than his bite, how come everyone prefers his bark? Okay, Jasmine says, let's talk. Okay. Okay, Facebook, Jasmine. Delilah Hornbuckle on Facebook. Yeah, you go on Facebook? I think we were on Facebook together once, years ago. Okay, Genocide is going to a wrestling show. Yay. That's very gay, John. You know that, don't you? I'm kidding you. It's not. It's very manly. It's very manly genocide to watch wrestling. Guys in their big bear, guys in their tiny little tights. Yeah. Okay, so I'm okay. So Renee says that you remember running into actors when you lived in Los Angeles, right? They're everywhere. And they go to all the stores you go to. They go to the bank. You know, they drive the same streets. Yeah, it's easy. You met the guy from Big Ben and the Large Hitchcock guy when you were 7, and so I know you can, and sometimes you do a double take because you go, okay, I know them, and then your mind races a mile. Okay, where do I know them from? Where do I don't know them, but yeah, and I have always been surprised seeing like people in the industry and stuff, how small they are, how little that they're small of stature. You know, because on your television screen, in the theater, even on stage, uh, computer, I always think they're bigger, but I have always eternally been surprised at how little actors and actresses are. They're short. You can't, it's like all cats are gray in the dark. Everybody's the same height sitting in a chair. Um, the only person that is as taller than I imagined, was Goldie Hawn. She's a tall girl, tall, mean as dog shit. Okay, I didn't. Did I say? I said that. Hey, Swampy 63. Your name is such a poem. Hi, thanks for being here, Swampy. God, we got people watching, only a few commenting. Okay, so Jasmine, let's talk maybe next Sunday or the Sunday after. Yeah. Can we talk? Oh, that would just be delightful. And let's catch up. I want to know all about what you've been doing, what what you're willing to share. Because I'm a busybody and a nosy. Um, okay, so John Walkley says Mickey Rourke, the guy with the unfortunate plastic surgery on CBS, threatened to turn a lesbian straight. Ew. That wouldn't do it, John. No, no. Maybe what's that guy, Adam Lambert? Ah, maybe he could turn Adam Lambert. No, he could into a lesbian. Okay, so I, you guys, I, I have nothing else to say. Was there? Okay, so the flood, caught you up with the flood. I have to take a loss because I didn't have insurance. All those clothes and rugs and towels. I'm down to 3 towels. I have 3 towels to my name, about half a dozen washcloths, maybe a couple, 2, 3 hand towels. That's it. I'm gonna take a loss. They are gonna give me a little money off my rent. Um, because I lost a whole big ass old multi-bundle Costco sized bundle of paper towels. They're gonna reimburse me for that. I still haven't bought them yet. And yeah, a little bit for my time and trouble. Not nearly what it's worth, but anyway, I didn't have insurance. Didn't have insurance, and I did the math. $17 a month times almost 12 years. They want receipts. They want things devalued. It would not have paid me at all to have insurance. I would have wound up maybe even worse off than I am. The premium. So there you have it. I never want to talk about it again, ever, ever. Never want. Never. Okay. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get off here. So, Prairie Queen, let's talk a plan, maybe upcoming with I just had this Jasmine. I just had this brain fart. Yeah, so anyway, let's talk a plan. Okay, it's Sunday. What's going on? Coming up? Nothing. Nothing. Easter's coming up. It's Easter, right? Coming up. Yep. I have a little Easter candle. I have one singer. I have one singer Easter candle. Um, so I might light it up, and yeah, I'm just sitting here admiring my new living room arrangement. It's pretty. I like it. I like it. I'll take a picture. Yeah. Okay, you guys. I love every damn one of you. To those of you stout hearts who fork over the the money for my to help support my bad habit and sometimes helps keep the lights on. Believe me, thank you for your generosity. Hey, even buck 99 is significant. 5.99. 50, 60,000 would probably be the best, but whatever. Uh, the bank will allow you to run out the door with. Okay, okay, okay. I love you guys. I don't, I'm doing it for free just for you guys anyway. But boy, it's nice to be able to finance my bad habits. Okay, okay. I'm an old woman. So little pleasures, so few pleasures in life. Okay. Okay. Once again, I love you. Don't be a nasty, nasty, dirty boy like whoever that might be. Okay, don't be nasty because it backfires and it's so pleasurable to see. Okay, you guys, I love you. I'm not gonna play you out with Grampy. I'm gonna go forage for food, and we'll talk. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you again.